Do you have friends who aren't like you? Will you bring someone that's different from you into your group? In the present, one of the sensitive topics in our society is the inclusion of differently abled Filipinos. It's important that we understand their situation and work towards creating a more inclusive and supportive society for them. According to the 2010 Census of Population and Housing, it is estimated that about 1.44 million persons, or around 2% of the Philippine population, have a disability. Interestingly, the highest prevalence of disability is among the age group of 59 to 49 years old. Ang nakakalungkot dito, marami sa mga Pilipino na nabubuhay sa kahirapan ay may kapansanan. This means that a significant percentage of disabled individuals live in unsanitary conditions, cramped spaces, and struggle to access proper food and healthcare. And because of this, they are treated differently and don't receive the facilities and support they need. Another evident problem is discrimination to the differently abled persons. I have a brother with autism. His name is David. When David was 3 years old, he was diagnosed in the autism spectrum. He thinks differently, speaks differently, and acts differently. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have the capabilities to function in this society. In the Philippines, people who are differently abled face barriers when it comes to employment, education, healthcare, and social participation. This unjust treatment not only hinders their personal growth, but also limits their contributions to our community. Being inclusive starts at home, how we treat them. David was accepted, nurtured, and cared for. It's crucial to raise awareness and promote understanding about disability rights and inclusivity. Education plays a significant role in changing attitudes and breaking down stereotypes. Why is it important to have inclusion in schools? Why will it help you to have a classmate who's differently abled from you? The benefits include meaningful friendships, a newfound respect for people different from you, and acceptance into your community, creating diversity in our society. As a student, how can we promote inclusion? Have a friend who is different from you, a friend who is not like you. Don't stick to one clique. Be like a big brother or sister to them. They will feel loved and nurtured, and you'll become like a mentor. And advocate that school activities include our differently abled classmates. Let's encourage schools and communities to implement disability awareness programs and foster an environment of empathy and acceptance. I encourage businesses to include differently abled people in their companies. My brother David had a job internship at a cafe and a store. This proved his capabilities and proved that he was able to work like just anybody else in that store. When we hire differently abled people, we don't just help them. It changes something in us. We become kinder, more empathetic, and a more compassionate society. Let's be agents of change and strive for a future where discrimination against the differently abled becomes a thing of the past. Every person deserves equal rights, opportunities, and respect regardless of their abilities, because it is everybody's world.